Okay, so this is my week 6 journal entry, and this week we had class today. Today is Tuesday. This week we really focused on getting feedback on our assignment 2, which we turned in last week, which was our outline for all the lesson plans so far in Standard 1 and 2. We got good feedback. We got a 100 on the assignment, which is awesome. More importantly, though, we began to really look into every single lesson and kind of decide how we're going to put this workbook together at the end of this semester. And because of the actual class being a online and face-to-face hybrid class, we don't have class next week because we have an exam, so a lot of this assignment 3 work is going to have to be outside of the classroom, just getting together with the group and working on this to get it done, because the assignment is due after spring break, which is supposed to be kind of like when we're turning in the rough draft of the final workbook, which is due at the end of the semester. So we're going to have to do a lot of meetings outside of class to really get this type of detail hammered out and put together, and make sure we have a really good chance to develop this final product. Today in class, we did a lot of discussing about Dr. Tanner and his experiences in religion, which relates to Chapter 7. I think that a lot of his information was really useful. A lot of his stories were really interesting and surprising, all the drama that happens within ministry. He has experience as a full-time minister. Him and his wife have both been involved in the church for their whole lives, and he now does family and relationship counseling, specifically a nonprofit he also has for families who are involved in ministry who are struggling because of the financial problems that are come along with being in that type of industry. So I think that was really fun to talk about today. We talked a lot about it, and like I said, he had some really interesting stories, and I think I learned a lot. It also kind of helped that he tied it back to interdisciplinary studies, because as I look into my near future in May when I graduate, I'm going to be starting here in job interviews soon. I always worry about how I'm going to talk about my degree as an interdisciplinary student. I know that if I talk about it the right way, I can make it into a really huge asset, and it is a really huge asset. But it's often hard for me to find the words and the connections to talk to someone else who doesn't know about integrative studies or interdisciplinary studies. It can be hard to explain to them about how it's valuable. So hearing him kind of tell a little bit about his story and how he came to be this professor of interdisciplinary studies and integrative studies really kind of helped me to start thinking about how I'm going to market myself in that way in regards to my interdisciplinary degree. I think one of the main important parts of marketing yourself as an interdisciplinarian is really relating to the fact that you see problems through many different lenses. I think that's a skill that many employers are looking for in their employees. They want them to be able to, maybe they don't even know they're looking for this, but having someone on your team who can recognize a problem and then find a solution through many different disciplines can be so valuable in ways that, like I said, many employers might not even be aware of. And I also think that you can, as an interdisciplinarian, you're able to work in teams better. A lot of times we're more empathetic because we have been through so many different aspects of education, and we have so many different disciplines that we're knowledgeable in, I guess. And so I think that being in groups, we're able to relate to group members easier because most of the time we can find some type of common ground. So it was really good to hear his aspect or his viewpoints on interdisciplinary studies and how he kind of got into that and how he relates all the aspects of his life and to create this one field of study. So that was really interesting. Sorry, I'm filming this video blog in my room. So looking forward to next week. Well, actually, looking even sooner than that, on Thursday we have a meeting. The group is going to get together to start working on the details of this project for assignment 3. I think what we really need to focus on is getting our lessons really detailed, picking what exact activities we want to do, getting all the major information typed out, because that's going to be a really large process of it, is just physically creating all of these documents that are going to go into this workbook. And then I think we'll probably also kind of delegate some tasks out to different members so that we can divide and conquer. But we won't be divided for too long, because we're going to try and meet pretty often from now until assignment 3 is due after spring break. That way that we can really be sure that we're going to create a really good workbook. I think everyone in the class really wants to create something really good, really valuable, and something that we can show off afterwards and be proud of. So on Thursday, I think we're just going to really start looking at each lesson and kind of deciding what activity we want to do, what worksheet we want to pick, and then just like assigning page numbers to all those, starting to create an index so that the teachers can really efficiently use this reference tool. So that's kind of what we're looking forward to for assignment 3. I think we're going to meet this Thursday, and then next Tuesday, even though we don't have class because of exam 2, I think we're still going to meet during class time to continue working on these details. And then, of course, spring break is the next week, and then we'll be meeting again maybe before the assignment is due on the 24th. So, looking forward, I think we're going to really start getting the ball rolling here. After we've created this outline, we kind of have a really good idea of what this document is going to look like. So the project should just kind of start rolling from here on out. We have, pretty, like I said, good ideas of what we're going to do, and that's kind of what we're looking forward to now. So in my next journal, hopefully it will be after our second group meeting will be my next journal. So I'll have a lot more details to share about how we're doing on the project, how far we've gotten, what kind of details we've figured out, and kind of what this final product is really actually going to turn out to be. So I'm really excited to get together as a group this week and kind of get those details figured out, and we will see from then on how it goes. But I'll obviously be checking back into the video blog, so stay tuned, and I'll see you next week.